We have sunshine after many, many, many days of rain. We have sunshine, and I'm so excited about the sunshine. This is Angela Taylor with Taylor Homestead Soap, and today marks the first episode of several episodes where I theme the soap after water. So today's soap is called Dancing Water Bubbles Soap. Like what you see, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, and please share this video.
The fragrance oil I'm using today is Nature's Garden NG Cucumber Melon Type. And the main reason I use this is because it actually slows trace down, and for the technique that I'm using today, I need a very, very slow trace. All right, this is going to be a really big batch of soap. So I'm doing a 7 to 8 pound loaf today. And the first thing you do is you put your lye water solution into your batter. We're going to try a little bit of a different angle today. So tell me if you like this angle better. Okay, I've put these colors in the soap in these different squeeze bottles. So today I'm working with Laurel Green with some Blue Vibrance. I have got some Siren Song, and I've got some Sea Green Mica in these different squeeze bottles. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in alternating colors around this slab mold, so that when they come out, it looks like a dancing water bubbles. So you'll see how this goes. I'm going to start with the lighter green. I'm just going to put it So we're going to have to go with a bit of plan B. So my soap in the pot that's not colored yet is actually beginning to turn into soap. So I'm going to have to do this a quicker way, or I'm going to have soap on a stick. So what I'm doing is, instead of putting in the bottles, I'm going to start doing some of this and start layering them in this way. I do still have some in the bottles. I'll show you that in a minute, but this needs to go a little faster before all of this sets up. And the problem is the temperature on this porch is not real warm. This is not a heated porch at all. So I'm fighting with the temperature in here. So we're just going to layer it on like this in places. And then I'm going to bang down the layers here in a minute. Let's see here. I'm going to go with Yeah, when you're playing with soap, time is usually not your friend. So And everything was at room temperature, 70-something degrees, but then it's getting later at night, and so what's happening is outside's getting cooler, and so the soap's getting cooler, and so it's setting up faster. So getting it out of the bottles is beginning to get very difficult. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some bio glitter. I'm going to take some moonshine bio glitter, and I am just going to spread this over this soap. So I'm just gonna all right, here's the top of the soap. And we will be back in 18 to 24 hours to cut this soap up. The last thing I'm going to do is spray this down with rubbing alcohol so this does not ash all over the top of it. So this is going to be a lesson on problem solving. I can't find a ruler or anything to cut this. What I did first is I took this and I measured how long this was. Okay, so I took my yarn and I cut it to the length that it is on this soap. So it's this long. All right. Then what I did is I took this and I divided it into 3 equal parts so that I would get 3 equal pieces from here. So then what I did is I put it along here and I made cuts on both sides. See, there's a cut right there. And I did the same with the other side. So now what I'm to the point now, well, what I'm going to do to cut this soap, and I hopefully it's going to be, is I'm going to do one of these things. I'll lay it across the soap like this, and so when I cut it, it should be equal. Now, you're thinking, wow, that's a big old bar of soap, Taylor. What are you doing? Well, you're going to see here in a minute. So this is kind of the process. I wanted to show you this process. So you always got to be problem solving. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to cut down this way and lay it back down again to make it straight. Make sure it's straight. And I'm just doing the top layer. I'm not cutting it all the way through yet, just in case my measurements are a little off. I'd hate for that to happen. But it's sad. I can't find a tape measure in this house. I know we've got to have one someplace, but I can't find it. So here we go. There's that first piece. Now I'm straight. It looks like I'm going to cut straight down. The problem with knives is when they go down the side and they slide like they do, your soap kind of goes all down the side, and so it's not a clean cut. That's cool. All right, so here's what the inside of the bar looks like. Now, here's the thing about it. If you cut it from the side here, you don't get all the pretty decorations. I mean, it's kind of cool on this side, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it into some more pieces, and I'm going to cut it this way. So you're looking at 1 bar of soap, 2 bars of soap. So I'm going to cut this entire thing down the middle so that there are more bars here, and you'll see how I'm going to do that here in a minute. Okay, so what you see here is I've got my 3 big old bars of soap. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this. So what I've done, I'm taking this, you can see my string here. So again, I cannot find my ruler. And I'm going to take this, and I'm going to cut this much off of it. Okay? Because this time, the bars are a little bit smaller. So I'm going to again look at it. Yep. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to fold it down until I've got 3 equal pieces on my. So look, when you bend it down like this, I've got to adjust a little bit. There. So now if you look at it, it's the same, all through the same length. So I know if I take this and I do this to it 3 times, I'm going to have 3 bars of soap that are the same. So I'm going to measure it up like this. And I'm going to do a little slicey slice there. Take it on this side. Oops, came undone. I'm going to do a little slicey slice here. Just so it's equal across. Like this. All right, multi-soap cutter. So you can see there's the inside of it so far. Okay, see what I'm doing now is I'm taking the piece that I've already cut and I'm just kind of scoring it down. See, like that. And then I'm just going to cut that piece off like so. Then I'm going to use this piece to keep measuring all the way down. All right, so we're to the cutting of this. I want to cut it sideways and you'll see why here in a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it fall as it may. And what I'm finding is I've cut all the other pieces up and I'm actually getting 3 pieces per. One piece is a little smaller than the others, but that's okay. Watch this. You just keep on going down like so. And when you pull it out, you've got this going on. And here's what I have found with customers. Some people like the glitter and some people don't. So why not make a bar that's got some glitter and some not? So what I'm going to do, I've got this last piece. So anybody who likes the glittery part can have the glittery part. And if somebody likes the soap but they don't like the glitter on it, they buy this piece of soap. So you can see all the different pieces. I've got some that have glitter on them, like this one, and then I've got some like this one that don't have any glitter on them. And so all I did was I cut it down. And the interesting thing about this technique is, you know, if you wanted to cut it the other way, you could do that. And you get this kind of look to it. You get this kind of look to it. But if you cut it from the top, you get this. Or this. Or that. And that's a big bar of soap, but it's, you know, it's an inch thick. And then if you want to do smaller bars, you could cut it down in the middle here. And then have 2 more bars. So, I mean, it's interesting all the different pieces you can get out of it. There's one that looks really cool. I got some more. Ooh, here's a cool one. When I was doing the dark blue on it. Isn't that cool? Again, if you want to go sideways, you know, that's what it would look like from the side. Now, these will sit for 46 weeks. Now, the funny thing was, see, this is a Thursday that I'm cutting this. I made this on Saturday, so what is that? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I had to let this sit for 5 days, just because it was hard to get out of the mold without totally messing it up. If you don't let it set for a little bit, your fingers will go through it as you try to get out of the mold. And so,
I have to admit to you that this video was a little deceptive because it took an hour and a half to get all the soap in that mold. An hour and a half. And I condensed that down into like, I don't know, 9 minutes? An hour and a half. So that technique is a really cool technique if you're interested, but it takes a really long time to get it in. So what I may do next time is just do a pour after pour after pour instead of sticking it in bottles. So anyway, neat technique, not originated by myself. I've seen it several times. I'll link a video up here to my other dancing water theme, dancing bubble theme soap that I made a couple months back. So again, if you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. Please give me a thumbs up. Please share and please comment below. Thanks for watching.